Ukrainians were accused of supplying weapons to Mali's rebels. North Korea blew up roads on the border with South Korea. Good afternoon, these topics and an interview with more details in our daily episode with Henry Keane and UATV English, doing our best to bring the hard truth in easy terms for the whole free world directly from Ukraine. I have been in Ukraine for a while by now, and I was reporting from the very front lines to Ukrainian polar station Vernadsky in Antarctica. And I like to think that, I've seen a lot, including Russian disinformation campaigns. Some of them were quite smart. Some are incredibly stupid, like killer mosquitoes and geese that Ukrainians are genetically modifying in secret American labs deep down under the ground. Well, I know it is all done by the Kremlin for domestic Russians, not to pretentious audience. And they're like, killer mosquitoes. Yeah, sure, we always knew these damn Ukrainians are bad to the core and would invent something like that to kill us. Or fighter geese that are genetically modified to down Russian fighter jets. Yes, we believe that. Americans help Ukrainians to do that. In time, you're getting used to all that and things like that, but to propagate Russian narratives to international audience, that is way more pretentious and critical, is a totally different thing. You need something new to do that. And here we are. Let's not judge too hard. The Kremlin is just learning, doing its best. This time we hear the Kremlin's voice from Mali and Niger, and that voice accuses Ukraine of selling drones to Mali rebels. And for that, both Mali and Niger suspended diplomatic relations with Ukraine.
We categorically reject all accusations that periodically come from officials in the Republic of Mali and the Republic of Niger of Ukraine's alleged involvement in cooperation with terrorists, supplying weapons to terrorists and providing them with information and support by Ukraine for the terrorist coalition. We call for stopping the dissemination of false information that repeats the false narratives of the propaganda of the aggressor state Russia, aimed at discrediting our state and justifying the unprovoked, unjustified and illegal war of Russia against Ukraine. From the statement of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine.
Just only think about it for a minute. Ukraine, a country amidst an existential war, a country that is craving as much drones as it can get, a country that spends millions of dollars to satisfy its own harsh need of these little deadly war machines, so to use it on its 700 kilometers long front line with Russia, and this country just sells the drones to Mali rebels. Just like that. Risking it all. International partnership and allies, financial and military help, its own sovereignty and freedom to do what exactly? What is the point? And what is more likely, that it happened without a point, and a reason, or that it is just another Russian propaganda campaign? We reserve the right to defend the honor, dignity and legitimate interests of Ukraine by all available political and diplomatic means, Ukraine says that. And the Foreign Ministry also recalls that in statements dated on August 5th and 8th, 2024, the Ukrainian Foreign Ministry had already provided a refutation of such accusations and expressed regrets over the decision of Mali and Niger to sever diplomatic relations with Ukraine. Ukraine also rejects all the accusations against it regarding the alleged involvement of our state in the delivery to Sahel region of weapons and military equipment that was previously supplied to Ukraine by its allies to counter the ongoing Russia's armed aggression. We emphasize once again that Ukraine remains committed to the further development of mutually beneficial relations with all African states based on equality, non-interference in internal affairs, respect for the sovereignty and territorial integrity of countries within internationally recognized borders, strict observance of international law, the goals and principles of the UN, the Foreign Ministry said. By the way, remember those Russian accusations? Oh my God, Ukrainians steal and sell American weapons. Well, since the Russian full-scale invasion, Western partners have checked many times and have not found yet single case of misuse of weapons and military equipment provided to Ukraine. So I guess the Kremlin PR comrades have to do better and create something more reliable than killer mosquitoes, fighter jet geese, and drones that Ukraine sells to Mali rebels instead of using them against Russians.